Do you want to get started? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Fine. You're just talking, and then you're like, I ask you if you're ready, and then you're like, yeah, I was ready. I've been ready this whole time.
I'm doing the intro right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you are, because I don't know if just talking about random movies and random people is really good.
That's
intro.
Great intro.
I'm not sure.
This is 5 minutes gold.
It's not.
Sorry, it's 5 minutes of dookie.
I mean, but most of the podcast is, so. That's
it's
why
50
I have to,
minutes of dookie.
That's why I feel the need to take the best 30 seconds and put it in the front.
We front load the dookie.
Yeah, just because. Beware and warning and welcome, everybody, to Choose Your Own Book Club. This is a podcast all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books. So my name is Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name is Abby. I'm also a librarian.
And so, yeah, we are going through every single Choose Your Own Adventure book.
Word.
So far, so good. We're up to number...
Forever.
We're up to number forever.
17.
We're up to number 17 right now with Race Forever. Before we jump into it, how have you been, Abby?
I have been... around.
Okay.
I've been around. Nobody knows. Does anyone else know this?
No.
I was really into The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the song that gets stuck in Pete's head, little Pete's head.
I haven't watched that since grade school.
Oh, man. I have I think there's the first 3 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons on DVD. And then they did not put out any more seasons on DVD. Nickelodeon, please.
We know you're listening.
We know you're listening, Nickelodeon. At least put them on streaming services. At least put all the seasons. I haven't checked. I wonder if all the seasons are on. I'm going to look when I get home, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day.
That's all you're going to do.
Yeah, I still think that the theme song to that is a real bop.
It is.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got Artie, the strongest man in the world, which is not what I named my youngest child after.
Michael Stipe is the ice cream man?
Yeah. It's a great show. If you haven't seen that show, then we can't be friends. So I'm glad that you have seen it.
Oh, good, because I passed the test.
Yeah.
So today's book is Race Forever. Forever race. I want to race a forever race.
Oh, God, I love that song.
Do you really want to race forever?
Forever. Forever.
As it's written by R.A. Montgomery. You were on such a high, and then I brought up Montgomery, and I feel like it kind of brought you down a little bit.
It really did.
I mean, he has a certain style.
You know, you look at the cover of mine. Do you have the same cover as I do?
don't. Oh,
yeah.
Really quick, I'm reading the re-release, and then Abby's reading the original.
Yeah. I'm reading the original with illustrations by Ralph Reese. Ralph Reese has some illustrations in here. On the cover, I was really hopeful. I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to get some spacemen. We're going to get some spacemen, and this is a DeLorean-looking car.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's very, rainbow-colored.
Yeah, no. I thought we were going to get on the moon.
Well, with Montgomery, you never know.
You never know. There's usually aliens.
Right.
I was hopeful.
Well.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed. I'm ready to be disappointed. Are you?
Well, I think this one was fine.
There's a really interesting trick in this one that is unique.
Sure.
So,
well, let's get into.
But let's get into it.
The summary. So,
yeah.
But we don't do a normal summary here, do we, Abby?
Never, never.
Never, ever, never.
There is a little extra Masai saying.
Yes, I had that too.
You have that too? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get into Choose Your Own Summary.
I'll do my summary.
So, Abby, you are going to summarize this book in 60 seconds or less, just so give people a taste of what this book is about.
Yeah.
But you get to choose how you want to summarize it. So I'm going to give you 2 options. So option 1 is you're going to do your summary in the voice of a car. Especially, well, that too. Or you can I was thinking more like a gear shift. So in this book, you have to.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to be
Oh, you
Lightning
can do that too.
McQueen.
Oh, you can do it. You can do whatever you think is right.
Okay.
So
okay,
car
okay.
voice is option number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Or option number 2 is, as you can see, I brought a helmet.
I have a giant head though.
Well, I think this fits my giant head.
Oh, okay.
So what you're gonna do is, I'm sure it's gonna be amazing audio. You're gonna put the helmet on, and you're gonna have to do your summary like that.
Yeah, I kind of want to wear the dumb helmet.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you really want to wear the dumb helmet?
Yeah.
Dumb helmet.
Yeah, I want to
Dumb
wear the
helmet.
dumb helmet. Well, let's try it on and see how dumb it sounds first.
Okay.
Because then we'll test it. Hold on,
Very
I
good.
have to take off my headphones. Nah.
And for those at home, it's like an astronaut helmet.
Can you hear anything?
It's very muffled.
Okay. Is this better when I have it closer?
I can
to my
hear
face?
you.
Okay.
It just sounds very... Well, first of all, I have to take a picture. All right, very good. So that'll be on our Instagram.
Beautiful.
And so I'm going to start a 60-second timer.
Okay.
But I don't think you're going to be able to see it, so
No.
I'll let you know when 30 seconds are
I
up.
can see some stuff. It's very blue. Blue, like Leanne Rhyme said. I'm lonesome, whatever she says. Can you hear anything I'm saying?
A little bit, but I didn't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
Okay, so 60 seconds. Are you ready? Or
Yes.
okay, 60 seconds starts now.
Okay, so I'm going to Africa to be part of a road race, and it's like a dual road race. I've got to like be on a smooth track and a rough track.
Yes.
And so then I have to like decide right when I get there if I'm going to go on the smooth road or the rough road. And I decided, you got to decide which one you're going to do first, but you got to do both. And like sometimes when you decide, you also have to then pick which truck or whatever you're going to drive in.
Truck?
Well, if you do the rough one, it's a truck. So
Okay.
then you do the rough road and you get to choose between your trucks or whatever. And then with your truck, you get to drive your navigator too. And then you got to decide what you're going to do when you like are navigating and you got to go on like
15 seconds.
terrain. And then and then if you don't die and you get across the track, then you got to go back and do the smooth road. And then if you don't die, when you do that, then you like are just looping forever and ever. And that's why it's called the race forever.
Perfect. I mean, not really, but you got there in a minute. This one is hard to talk about, I think.
It is hard to talk about.
Because of
all the people I lost along the way.
Like so many friends we lost along the way. Mm-hmm. So there's basically 4 separate storylines that all are under the same umbrella of this race.
Like I would love to see the family tree kind of this, because
Yes.
it would be like an Ouroboros.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the few ones that didn't have of the re-releases that didn't have the branching out visualization.
Yeah, because it's like just like it's like a Venn diagram of circles.
Kind of, almost.
You know, I mean, there are paths that like are ended because you die or whatever, but for the most part, it's like I said, if you do end up crossing the finish line, on whatever path you've decided to take, it literally then is like, okay, now go back and take the other. You got to do the other one.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Go back. You got to do the smooth road now.
Right. So you choose between the 2 different races.
Ooh, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze.
What was that?
Oofa.
Oh man! But it was like a Michael Jackson sneeze.
Okay, that sneeze changed my life.
Clearly. All right, so let's just get right into this one. I feel like this one, almost all these books have grisly endings.
Yeah.
And they all have just absent parents.
Right.
So that's kind of the
Well,
common.
and this one even says your dad ditches you at the beginning.
Right. That was going to be my point. Is that this one especially has both of those, even grislier endings than normal.
Yeah.
And just even more absent parents than normal.
Way grislier endings than normal. I mean, my favorite death when we get to it is a rough and vivid. So I can't wait.
So yeah,
for
I think
that.
even in the releases, they're pretty gruesome. So
yeah.
this starts with a saying. Mm-hmm. So if you want to talk about that really quick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it because
Right.
I don't want to butcher the pronunciation. But it's a Maasai saying, and it translates to "everything has an end," which is ironic because this book has ends, but the actual storyline of it, because it's
loop.
called The Race Forever, just
Yes.
loops.
Mhm.
Also, the warning, the normal warning, has a little extra.
So yeah, what I have is be careful. Remember, racing is dangerous. Think before you act. And don't forget that winning is not necessarily finishing the race, nor is finishing necessarily winning. Wow.
Yeah, man. Deep. I didn't know that we were reading a philosophy book. But yeah, it's got like these extra kind of things where it's like, oh, there's 2 separate races. They're completely different, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of like you have to do one after you finish the other. So even if you finish the race, it's like you have to keep going. You can't just be like, yay, I finished in first place in the rough road rally. No, maybe you did, but you got to keep going.
Right, for really no reason. Besides just kind of fleshing out the book a little bit.
Right, exactly.
So let's just get into this one. So your age isn't necessarily stated in this one, at least in my... Oh,
no.
So yeah, once again, we are reading 2 different versions. There might be some differences. We know that there's at least a few differences, but...
Right.
So yeah, you are a person from Arizona. I think kind of comes into play later because, I mean, some of the conditions, the road conditions... might be similar to those in a desert like Africa. So yeah, you live on an Arizona ranch, and you race cars with your dad, and then you get a cable. A cable says, "Congratulations, you have been selected to compete in a series of African road rallies designed to test both the skill of the drivers and the ruggedness of the cars."
And my dad poo-pooed the idea that I couldn't handle a race like this.
It does say poo-poo.
Yeah. He poo-pooed the idea.
Pish posh.
Of course you can deal with it. I'm from Arizona. You're fine. You'll be fine out there, son.
Keep calm and carry on. That's what we say here.
Stiff upper lip.
That's what we say here in Arizona.
Yes,
It's tea time.
I'm an Arizonan father.
Arizona tea. Yes. Got there.
Good job. Of course you can do it. I taught you everything I know.
Yes, so your dad believes in you. But he knows a lot. He and his brother were competitive drivers, racing for the Italian Ferrari and Lancia teams during the heydays of the Le Mans, the Mille Miglia.
You got to do your fingers like this when you say it.
I'm doing it Italian hands.
Yeah.
And the Nürburgring races.
Yeah.
So
we don't. If this does not come across to our listeners, we are not people who are interested in car racing.
I drive a Camry.
I drive a Hyundai.
If we're butchering those, we apologize.
I drive an automobile. I don't know what's happening in it.
It's basically magic. It might as well be like the Flintstones where like there's like a dinosaur inside there that says it's a living. Yeah. It might as well just be that.
When people say horsepower, I just like to imagine that there's little
There's a miniature horse in there.
And they're just going clip clop, clip clop.
Speaking of which, there was a miniature horse in your library today.
Heck yeah, there was.
I got to pet it.
Yep. I got pictures. Cute. I'm going to put them on the Instagram. You're going to see Peter touching a horse. Yeah. It's going to be cool.
I tried to ride it. They wouldn't let me.
No, they said you're too big.
So as soon as you could see over the steering wheel of a Jeep, your father began teaching you about cars and driving. So you wish your dad were here with you in Africa. Again, this race takes place in Africa.
But he ditched you.
But he couldn't come. Some last-minute business forced him to cancel his plane reservation. No real explanation. So you are going to...
He had to wash his hair.
You are going to a completely different continent. And this is the first race of its kind.
Yeah, and the first professional race of your life that we know of, at least.
Yes. And also you are matched up, you'll find out later, but you are matched up with just like...
a random adult.
Random people, random drivers, and also random cars. You don't bring your own car.
No.
So
it's like, hey, teenage child, sit in a car with this grown-up that nobody knows. Hopefully they've been background checked.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I don't think they have been background checked. We'll get around to why I have my suspicions later.
Yeah, the drivers that you're matched with are of varying degrees of competency. So you sign in at the competitive desk. So here's your copy of the rules and regulations. I'm Michael Verplu. Michael Verplu. I am Michael Verplu. I was reading through this and I was like, oh, I know I have to talk about this name. I'm going to look up a pronunciation, see if it's a real name. The only thing that came up was this book. So, like, I don't know if it's a real name. If it's a real name, again, I apologize. But Michael Verplu, race chairman. So he smiles, he shakes your hand, he gives over the race kit. And so here's basically the instructions for the race. So this rally is special. There are actually 2 races. One tests speed over fast roads in race-prepared cars, and the other race, the rough road race, speed counts too, but you will be driving off-road vehicles. In each race, you will choose your own course, driving from designated checkpoint to checkpoint until you finish. You will not be racing head-to-head while other cars in either race. Instead, you will select cars and be starting at half-hour intervals to avoid head-to-head racing. The courses are too narrow and sometimes too crowded with animals and people for that. And again, there's a lot of hazards, including animals and people, as you go on through the race.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So basically, like Abby was saying in her summary, if you are able to finish a race, if you don't die, you basically get spit into the other race to try your luck at that one.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting dynamic. I think that's an interesting mechanic for the book.
Right. Then you have to decide, right, what are you going to do first? Speed race first or rough road race first? I mean, the nice thing about that mechanic of, like, okay, you do the rough road race first. If you don't die, if you finish it, then if you finish it, you go back and do the speed race first. Well, say you finish the rough road race first, and it's like, oh, nuts, I finished in 7th or something. I did a poopy job. Hey, I'm just going to go back and I'm going to do it over again.
Yes.
You know? You could just keep looping through this book kind of forever and seeing.
Forever race.
I want to do a forever race. You could just keep going.
Yes.
And seeing, like, oh, can I just keep getting better and better places if you were so inclined.
Unless you die.
Which
is
die.
A very likely outcome.
Yeah, I didn't die for a long time.
Oh,
though.
really? Oh, I died a lot.
I didn't. I make better choices.
Clearly.
I make better choices than you.
I also think this book could be, instead of being called Race Forever, it could have been called How Awful of a Person Do You Want to Be?
Yeah. Right?
Because some of the choices that you make are very, like, evil.
Yeah.
Almost. Like, there is one of your driver helpers, navigators, gets hurt, has very awful burns, and you can choose to, like, either go back and get some help, or you can choose to, like, ignore it and push on. There is also a humanitarian crisis.
Yeah.
And you can choose to ignore it. Or you can choose to, like, try to help the people.
Yeah. You're just going through my first run through for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's go to the first run through.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I decided to do the rough road race first, right? And I picked the Land Rover. So I ended up getting to drive with Eduardo, who turns out apparently to be a good old buddy and pal of mine, right?
Yes.
Okay, so right away we run into this British barricade, and there's some, like, colonizer white guy colonel who's telling us that there's drought refugees from the south.
Yes.
And we should take his path instead of the path that we have carefully planned out. And I was like, I'm going to ignore him. I'm going to go this way anyway, which actually does turn out to be a better choice. So I ignore him. I take our path instead. So we go, forward with our own path, but we run into these drought refugees.
Yes.
Yeah, it's terrible. There's pictures in mine.
There's pictures in mine too.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess
I understand why they illustrated it, but I'm also like, why? Why did you do that?
Well, I also kind of give credit to Montgomery for talking about this. Maybe it wasn't the best way to discuss this.
No.
But he tried to broach the subject. You take your own path, like Abby said. So you wonder if you should have taken the colonel's advice. You're having a hard time concentrating on the race with all these empty, gaunt faces surrounding you. I found that language so interesting. I think it's trying to be neutral, so you can kind of, like, either choose to help the people or not help the people. Yeah, just the language for that was just very odd. And
Yeah. It's really, like you said, it's like it's trying to be neutral so that you can make a choice, but it's like, how can you choose not to help the people?
right.
Because any kid or adult, I think, with like a heart would be like, I'm gonna do everything I can to help these people. Right?
I would hope so too. Yes.
Yeah, which is what I initially did.
Okay.
And then you get out of the car, and Eduardo's like, okay, I'm gonna leave you.
You step out of the car, full of regret at leaving both Eduardo and the race. And Eduardo says, I wish you luck, friend. Please do not feel bad about leaving. I understand. So you scarcely have time to wave goodbye before the press of refugees presses you on. So Eduardo just leaves you in the dust.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna still try to win. Bye.
Yeah, it's just so odd
Yeah.
that he doesn't help either. And like, so then you're just there and you're in your race outfit. You have no like provisions to really help either. So you're not really helping at all.
No, which is actually horrible.
It is horrible because now you're kind of like just a part of the crisis now too.
Yeah. Now you are also a drought refugee,
Yes.
technically, because you don't have any money or any way to get home or anything.
See, I wish there was the option to be like, hey, let's take this car
Yeah.
and go to a checkpoint and fill it up with as much water as we can and bring it to these
Yeah,
people.
let's ditch all of these canisters of fuel and let's
Yes.
bring food and provisions to these people. But no, Eduardo is like, I don't care, bye.
Yeah.
And he pieces out.
So I guess I'm glad it was an option.
Yeah.
I guess I'm glad he talked about it, but it was just, the whole thing is just a little odd.
Yeah. When you get there, to the barricade, you plan to volunteer with every ounce of your strength. But it's like, how many ounces of strength are you going to have after?
Yes, if you don't have a car and if you don't have
Yeah.
anything on you.
I know. So yeah, that was my original first run through, and then I was like, I'm gonna go back and decide
Yeah.
to do the opposite thing because I was like, that's depressing.
So I think
yeah.
the run-throughs for this are usually pretty short.
Yeah.
Because again, it's either you do the rough road or the actual race. Mm-hmm. And then from there you have to pick your car. So there's two different cars for the speed race. There's two different cars for the rough road race.
So if you decide not to help the refugees, though, you decide to go on with the race, promise yourself that you're going to come back later and help out as much as you can, then you can go on and finish the race. But it's like, at what cost?
I think so too.
It's depressing.
It is a little depressing, but I mean it's.
Oh, because then what happens is you're driving on through, and a family. Did you do this at all?
Oh my God!
It actually gets worse.
Yeah. So if you choose the original path, and you decide not to get out and help the people,
Yep.
it does get worse. So Abby, if you want to talk about
Yeah.
that.
So if you decide not to get out and walk with the refugees and help the people, you keep driving. And the crowd of refugees is so thick that you can't move forward. But then, like, they keep passing, and after a while, it starts to thin out, and you can drive forward a little more.
And there's a content warning coming up.
Yeah, it gets really dark.
Yes,
so as you're driving forward, there's one family that's kind of towards the edge of the group, and it's a mom and a dad, and they are each carrying a child. And then the dad puts down the little girl, and then he throws himself in front of your car.
Yes.
And you have enough time to swerve out of the way. You hit a giant rock, and you hear something crack under the car, but you don't hit the man.
Yeah, like your axle broke.
Yeah, your axle on your car breaks, and you're like, thank goodness I didn't hit the man and kill him. But he gets up, and he doesn't look at you or anything. He just goes back to his family and keeps walking.
And then so some soldiers come over, and they explain that what the man was most likely trying to do was either hurt himself or kill himself so that you would feel bad enough to take care of his family.
And it's like, why did you do this, R.A. Montgomery? I'm a child.
Yes,
I'm a child reading this book.
Right.
I'm a small person. I don't understand.
Yeah, I
how you
don't.
would write a book for a kid and do that. Oh my God.
So I know that Montgomery traveled a lot, and he potentially actually heard about this. This potentially actually happened to him.
Right.
Or he potentially just made it up too. So that's another.
Who knows?
Because.
But yeah, that was really, really dark.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a crew then of soldiers who come past. They help repair your axle. You guys keep driving, and you can finish the race.
But then the soldiers they try to put like a positive spin on it for a weird reason, because the soldiers are like, oh, we'll help you. We always want to be in this race, even though it's the first race of its kind.
Yeah.
So I'm like, soldiers, what are you talking about?
Right.
But then they're like, up, 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 and they tried to put those like positive spin on it. But it was like this tragic thing.
Yeah. You can't
happened.
You can't shine that one up and make it better. It's terrible. So yeah, that was my first run through in the rough road race, and
it's
it
rough.
was rough. Rough. How was your first rough road race?
I got when I did the rough road, I got to that one right away too. And again, I did get out and help the people because it's just
It's
again, it's complicated. I'm glad he discussed it because I think it was and still is an issue.
Yeah. But dang.
But yes, it's complicated.
Dang. This is a book for children.
Yes, and there have been kids books that have talked about this. Was it Linda Sue Park, A Long Walk for Water? Is that what it is called? So yeah, this is territory that can and should be discussed in kids books.
Right.
But
maybe with a little more care.
Yes.
And not with that little light turnabout at the end of
yes.
Yay, now we're back in the race.
Right. So yeah, not to be a bummer and bring everybody down, because we try to make these books funny because they are, but
yeah. We can let's go back and choose the Toyota in the rough road race. That was the Land Rover path of the rough road race. But if you choose the Toyota instead.
Oh, for me it was, because I definitely would have picked the Toyota.
Yeah, no, that's the Land Rover with Eduardo.
Oh, yes. So you can either, for my version, for the rough road, you can either pick a Land Rover or you can pick a Nissan.
Ooh, so for me, I could pick a Land Rover or a Toyota.
I would have picked the Toyota.
Yeah.
Toyota's forever.
Go Toyota. I know, look at it. It's cute. So who do you get when you pick the Nissan/Toyota?
For the Nissan, you get Amos.
Yeah, I got Amos too.
I didn't do the Amos storyline that much.
Oh, I did. See, I didn't do the valley route. I just did the hill route.
Oh, okay. Because if you do the Amos route, there's a couple different options.
Yeah.
You can run across a skeleton, and it's one of the first peoples.
Yeah, it's we found the missing link.
Yes. But for that, so you can either stop or you can keep going. If you stop, you kind of uncover the skeleton and you get bit by a snake. Did you get that?
No.
Oh, you get bit by a snake?
No, because I didn't do that one. I went through the hills.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you find the skeleton, you get bit by a snake.
Oof.
And then you have this kind of out-of-body experience. Kind of it's very Montgomery kind of mysticism about oh, we're all one people and I'm this my ancestors and all that, and then you die. But the valley is named after you.
So you have a weird trip.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. And because you found
snake venom.
you found this missing original person.
Okay. That's wild.
Or also you can also find gold.
Okay.
And you can either choose to dig up the gold right away or try to come back. If you try to come back, it's gone. If you dig up the gold, you both become multimillionaires and yeah.
Who cares about the race?
Exactly.
Then?
That was kind of what Amos said. Who cares about this race?
Right. Take that race. Race for never. So if you go on the hill route with Amos, it's really fun. So you go up in the hills and you're doing actually really awesome. And you get to this first time checkpoint where you have to just kind of take a hour break. You get up there. It's a mandatory 1 hour stop. And you see this a bunch of Jeeps and Rovers all parked under some shade trees. And you're like, oh, there's a blue and green Land Rover parked in the sun, kind of away from other vehicles. And there's some guys over there listening to the news. I'm going to go and chill with them. And the guy who's sitting there's like, welcome, friend. Come aboard. How about a beer?
And so, I didn't have beer in my version. And that's the one thing that cut out.
I was like, what? I'm a child.
And so his name is Ian.
Yeah. And it's like the smiling speaker is large, ruddy-faced, and in his 50s. He smells of beer. So he's driving, and he's drinking enough that he smells like it. He reeks of beer.
The African sun, too.
In the he's like he is day drinking on a road rally.
During a drought, clearly.
Right.
Because of the humanitarian crisis.
Sure. And he is just like plastered.
And in your version, he kind of looks very Ernest Hemingway-ish.
Yes. And I refuse the beer because I'm like, I'm not of
Maybe
age.
a kid?
I'm definitely a child. But I do hang out because I want to listen to the news. And then I'm like sitting there with this like dude who has like an anchor tattooed on his upper arm. Nothing against tattoos. I have a lot. But yeah, he is just like looking sus. And he says, they say somebody whose kneecaps are broken never walks or drives again. And I'm like, huh? What?
Exactly, yeah. Just out of nowhere.
He just out of nowhere, this drunk old man says that to me. And he's like, if you throw the race, we'll pay you off. And you're like, what? You have to decide if you're going to accept his bribe or refuse it. And it's like, if you refuse it, he's going to beat you up.
Well, that's
and
what
break your kneecaps is what he's implying.
Implying, yes.
Or you could take the bribe. And I'm like, I'm not going to take a bribe from this old drunk man who's threatening me. That's insane.
And then, from there.
So then you can refuse the bribe, and then like a race official comes up to you.
And he's like, hey, what's going on? So you can either like kind of shrug it off. If you shrug it off, he kind of thinks you're in cahoots with this guy, and everyone's disqualified.
No, I'm a tattletale. I said, this drunk old man is offering me beer and bribes.
Yes.
And then the drunk old man is like, no, I'm not. I'm fine. And then they're like,
If you do accept the bribe, you kind of go really slowly, and you kind of go off road, and then you get cornered by Ian and his little buddy.
Do they steal the money back?
They steal the money back, and they murder you. They shoot you.
Oh my God!
Yes. And then Amos is able to escape, and then the ending line is, so Amos escapes into the thick shrub underbrush. Ian and Uzi is his little friend, search but never find him. Maybe he will avenge your death, but what good will that do you? The end.
What?
Yeah, that is this book. This book is dark, and again, they usually can get a little dark. They can usually get a little grisly, but this one especially.
Yeah. So if you don't accept his bribe and you tattle on him, then you and Amos cross the finish line as winners. You are in first place.
As both a literal and moral victory.
Yeah. When people tell you when you're a little kid that you shouldn't tattle, then they're wrong. They're wrong.
I mean, yeah.
It's okay to tattle. Not about small, stupid stuff, but about someone trying to give you beer and break your kneecaps, then yeah, you can tattle about that. That's fine.
So that was most of the rough road race. Let's get into the
smooth road.
Smooth race. Oh, yeah.
All right. I got my smooth
race.
First run down, too. So, okay, what were your cars in the smooth road?
So I had a Audi. And a Subaru.
See, mine are totally different. I have a Saab 900 Turbo and a Lancia Stratos.
So I don't know what any of those are.
I don't either. I know what type of car a Saab is, but I don't know any types of cars.
And
that's why these are not impressive to me.
Right.
Like, I'm not impressed by any of these things.
Exactly.
Because I don't know what the heck they mean.
And then in the...
You could tell me it's the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. I would actually be impressed. I would be like, yeah, I'm taking that guy.
Beep, beep.
Woo!
In the description, there's never any like, hey, this car will do this, this car will do that.
You just got to decide.
Yeah, you just decide based on nothing.
No. So I don't know if he's assuming that kids would know things about cars.
I also think, like, he knows it doesn't matter, so he's not going to waste your time,
Right.
at least with details.
They tell you things about it after you choose, though, which is annoying. So anyway, in the speed race, the smooth road.
Smooth road.
I don't know why I kept thinking of it as smooth road and bumpy
You're
road.
listening to B93, home of the smooth road.
When I was a children's librarian, I did a fun, like, bouncing rhyme with kids that was smooth road,
Oh, yeah,
bumpy
yeah.
road, rough road, and so I just kept thinking about that the whole
Oh,
time.
fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I never did that because
Oh.
I just, yeah.
Because you're not fun and cool
I'm
like
not
me.
fun. No,
You heard it here first, folks. I'm fun and cool.
but you knew that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so in the speed race, I decided to take the Saab, I guess, and then I got this driver named Zokiel. Did you?
Yeah, I got Zokiel. So
Zokiel.
Zokiel is Russian.
Yeah, she's a Russian femme, and it's like right away you can decide to like drive conservatively or go flat out. And I decided to just like pedal to the metal, go flat out.
And that's the wrong decision.
That's the wrong choice. So when we're refueling, Zokiel drops the fuel tank and starts on fire. Like
Yes.
she starts on fire.
Because the gas hits the tailpipe. And the tailpipe's so hot, apparently, that it
Oh,
starts
they
on.
didn't say that in my book.
Oh,
It just she dropped it and
Zokiel is lifting a jerry can when it slips and hits the ground, spilling gas and spraying it high. Some of the gas hits the exhaust pipe. Immediately it ignites.
yeah, that was
Because
not
I think
in
because
mine.
the exhaust pipe is so hot, which I don't think is a thing, but I could be totally off on that.
Okay. Yeah, so she's wearing like flame retardant clothes, which means that like her clothes don't start on fire, which is great, but like she has burns like all over her hands and stuff. And so her hands, her arms are really burned up. She's got red and puffy skin where the burning gas left its marks. You have your first aid kit, but it's just like not enough. And so then you have to decide if you're going to go back to a village that you passed and get her burns treated, or if you're going to just keep going and you think she's going to be fine. And I was like, wow, who would decide that this burned up person is going to be fine? Like, she's fine. She's fine. So I was like, no, that's terrible. I drive back to the village because that girl needs to get treated, right? And so then when we get back to the village, so Keel's being treated by a UN guy who's there. And then this other UN guy who's there, his name is Sven. He comes up. He's like, yo, I used to be a semi-pro racer on the weekends. And I'm like, that's a thing? People can do that up there? I'm like, I'm missing my options.
So yeah, you dump her off regardless, and then you can either buddy up with Sven.
Yeah.
Or Svel? What was his name?
Sven.
Sven, okay.
Sven.
Sven.
Sven from Sweden.
So you can either buddy up with him and get another buddy.
Yeah.
Or you can just do it alone.
Yeah, I went with Sven because I was like, I like friends, especially friends who are semi-pro race drivers who have not been vetted or background checked apparently, and so I was like, sure, let's go. And then I finished that race third overall, and Zokiel is there at the finish line cheering me on. She's like, yeah, I'm fine. So Zokiel meets you at the finish line. Her arms are bandaged and in slings, but otherwise she is fine.
Bandages and slings.
Yeah.
But otherwise she's fine.
Yeah, she would have been fine. But then when you get to the bottom of that one, it says turn to page 67 to start the rough road race.
Yeah, so
you can keep going if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, if that wasn't traumatic enough, you can just go and do the other race.
Right. So it's fun because then you can decide, okay, I'm going to do the rough road race, but this time I'm going to choose the other car.
So yeah,
What was your smooth road?
Smooth road. With the smooth road, you run into a lot of gorillas.
Yeah.
And not like
Gorillas, like
not gorillas in the midst.
UER.
Like gorillas like
Fighter.
Yes, correct. So yeah, you run into a lot of gorillas, which again, I'm not. That was just a little bit of a bummer that there's just all these that most of the Africans you meet in this book are either refugees or they're guerrilla fighters.
Yeah.
That want to like steal from you or murder you.
Right. It's them or Amos. Amos is the only
Yes.
African in the book, one of the only Africans in the book who's not like a refugee or like a fighter trying to hurt you. So Yeah, it just felt like the representation and it was really unfortunate, just wrong, inappropriate.
I would say inappropriate.
Yeah.
Because at least in the past, Montgomery, like we said, Montgomery loved to travel, and he loved to kind of set his books in the different places that he went. But at least in the past, like, he would offer some context. Mm-hmm. So, like, for Mysteries of the Maya, he talked about these kind of, you die very violently in that, but he at least took the time to set it up and say, oh, well, these people, that this was their culture. So historically, this was more or less accurate.
Right. There's no trying to ground it in cultural understanding. It's just like, hey, the only types of African people there are people who are starving and dying, or people who want to hurt you and steal things from you. And it just felt super, super wrong and inappropriate.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And inaccurate. I don't know. Not necessarily, does not hold up, I don't think, in any way. It probably didn't even hold up at the time in terms of its representation.
Probably.
Sure.
I mean, probably.
The other smooth road car that you can take, I don't know if your path was slightly different than mine, was if you take the other one. Mine was the Lancia Stratos. What was your other
Lancia.
one? With your blood getting cold on the ground. Whatever yours was. If you take that one, you like right away have like a sabotaged start time.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's like 30 minutes behind.
I did take this one, yes.
And then your car is also sabotaged. Mm-hmm. Like the wiring inside is all fried. Mm-hmm. And so.
And for that car, you're with Jan.
Yeah. Jan or Jan. Yeah, Jan. Whatever one.
Oh, yes.
Some way.
They are your buddy.
They are your buddy on that car. Mm-hmm. And then right away it's like, okay, you hear this like crackling, burning kind of sound and like all of these burned wiring in your car. Mm-hmm. So you can still drive it. It's still functional, but you can't see very well at all.
Yes.
Because there's no headlights.
Yeah, so you can either choose to like wait a little bit and ride when there's moonlight, or you can just gun it and keep going.
Yeah, which is what I did.
You gunned it. Oh, yeah. No. Because there is a tragedy.
There are multiple tragedies that you cause. You can cause a big brush fire.
Yes, you can run into an elephant.
Yep.
And you cause a brush fire and cause a natural disaster. Yeah, a disaster.
If you go into the hills, you will kill everyone.
Yes.
By burning down the African savanna.
With your own hubris.
Yes.
Again, I said, this book should be retitled, How Awful of a Person Do You Want to Be?
Yeah. If you stay in the valley, though, you can keep going, which is nice. Because you're like, oh, no, there's some mountains up ahead. I think we're lost. And then you keep driving.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, they're actually clouds.
Yes.
Whoops.
You can... you can turn around if you see those mountains, but again, it's kind of like a mirage almost.
Yeah. We did it. We pulled into the thing. We're driving. Our driving was superb. We pull in the finish line, and the crowd is cheering. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. The end.
But if you make wrong choices, you can get captured and murdered by guerrilla people.
Yup. Or if you are like, oh no, let's turn around, and then you're like, oh no, I'm kind of sleepy, and then you're like, let's pull the car over and take a nap. Someone steals your car.
Yeah, someone just steals your car.
What the heck? Yeah, it was great.
So I think we did a really good job covering this one. I think this one was.
It's an Ouroboros. It's a Venn diagram of the paths. Because then, at the end of that one, it's like turn back to this one to do the rough road race. Turn back to this one to do the smooth road race. You could just keep going as long as you don't die.
Yeah, and I think we covered it so well because it's basically just like 4 short stories. In one 125-page book. Yeah. So. It was pretty easy to get most of the endings.
I know, but we haven't gotten to my favorite death yet.
So, hit me with it. What do you got?
Oh, my God. Okay, so my favorite death is when you take the Land Rover with Eduardo and you get to that first checkpoint. You take his route, you go backwards to this one area, and there's like a big river that you have to cross, and there's a ferry. And there's another car that's on the ferry, so you're like, darn it, I got to wait. Or we can drive around to try to look for another crossing point. So I'm like, we'll just wait. It's going to take us more time to try to find some crossing point. We're not familiar with the land, so we'll just wait. It's not going to be that bad. And then he gets back with the ferry. We drive on, and we're like just getting out into the deeper water. We're almost to the deeper water. And we hear this like boom, and like one side of the ferry starts sinking.
Oh,
because
I get this.
It was sabotaged.
Oh.
Somebody put like explosives on one side of the ferry and bombed it.
Wow.
And we are like, oh, we should go back towards the shore. And the ferryman's like, no. I don't want to go back towards the shore. He's like, we can't communicate with him very well because of the language barrier. He wants to keep going forward. And we're like, no, if we go forward, we're going to sink. He's like, so we're all panicking, okay? And so this is the best. If you decide, okay, we're going to just, he's getting wild. We're going to knock him out, and we're going to take the boat back towards the shore. You are distracting him. Eduardo comes up behind him and clubs him on the head, okay? So he knocks him out, and you turn the ferry around, okay? It looks like you're going to make it, but then with a sigh of escaping air, the ferry settles into the water. And you're like, okay, we just got to get the ferryman to the shore, and then we'll grab the winch, and we'll winch the truck out of the water, okay? As you and Eduardo are carrying the ferryman, you hear splashes near the riverbank. Crocodiles.
Oh, wow, I didn't get this.
That's what the ferryman was afraid of, not losing the fare to you. You and Eduardo scramble to get ashore, but it's too late. The last thing you ever see is a crocodile's tail flying towards you. After you're safely stashed underwater by the crocodiles for a few weeks, they'll devour you slowly, piece by piece. And that was my favorite death.
Well, I have one that was very similar. So this is, again, on the Eduardo path, which we didn't mention. You run into Eduardo. He's your friend. And you're like, hey, Eduardo, why are you here? Like, you should have told me you were coming. And Eduardo's like, oh, I'm here because someone died on the last race.
Yeah.
So I'm just here as an alternate.
Right.
And that's not a red flag to anybody.
No. He's like, yeah, they needed extra bodies.
Yeah.
So they called me in. And you're like, okay, let's just go.
Yeah, same thing. You're with Eduardo. I'm not 100% sure where this is, but you run into a rhino.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
And so,
too.
you can either drive and hope that the rhino doesn't, like, either catch you or get scared or try to attack you, or you can kind of just wait for the rhino to kind of, like, be cool and do its own thing. So if you decide to kind of gun it and just not worry about the rhino charges at you. The rhino flattens you into such a pulp that not even the vultures are interested in you. The ants, however, have a field day.
The best thing about that one is that the rhino kills you both ways.
Oh, does it?
It does.
Oh, I guess I didn't get that.
It does kill you even if you stay really still, because you're like, okay, we think he's passed. Or he was like, we think he's passed now. And so then you're like, phew. And the rhino's like, I heard that. I'm coming. And he comes and kills you anyway.
Well, that was Race Forever.
Woof.
What did you think of this one?
This one was, oh, God. It was grisly.
Yes.
And, like, just from a standpoint of, like, why would you write some of those endings?
Yes.
In a children's book? Sir. It was very, very gruesome.
Yeah, even the re-release. Like, I think just through this conversation, we found out there's very little edits between the two versions, the modern and the original.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I thought this was interesting. I think it's in the top half of the Montgomerys.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, there's some problematic stuff.
Yeah.
But he didn't mystify the area like he did with, like, Abominable Snowman.
Yeah, and No Jewels of New Booty.
Yeah, Jewels of New Booty. Like, when he does, I like it kind of when he sticks to sci-fi. But when he does kind of these global ones, they can get problematic really fast. And this is problematic, but just in a different way, at least.
Yeah. I'm glad he didn't do any weird, like you said, mysticism or like strange appropriation kind of stuff.
Yes.
But it was still very inaccurate and in its representation and inappropriate in its characterizations.
So it doesn't age the best.
No.
But I would say for a Montgomery, it was interesting.
Yeah, the mechanics.
The game mechanics were good.
It was really cool. But yeah, I wish that my new grandpa, Edward Packard, had written it because it would have been cooler.
Well, I know we're running a little long, but let's talk about Edward Packard really quick because we have a development about Edward Packard. So since our interview, we've been kind of talking to him a little bit. And yeah, he listened to our episode and he liked the conversation we had about his books. And then he said that, yes, Abby is officially his honorary granddaughter.
Yes! Finally.
But I've been talking to him a little bit since then. And let me pull it up. So I asked him about the Forbidden Castle. Because I was like, hey, I really liked Forbidden Castle. I think it's kind of an underrated book.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments about that? And he's like, oh, well, he thanked me because... that's the one thing about Edward Packard. He's just so nice.
He's so sweet.
And he's like, oh, thank you for those kind words. He didn't really remember that much about Forbidden Castle. I didn't have that much to say about it. But then I asked him about Survive, Let's See.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, oh, well, it really seemed like you knew what you're talking about with the sailboat. Did you have any sailing background? And so this is what he responded. Again, this is 100% Edward Packard in his own words. About Survive, Let's See. I had a small sailboat in my late teens and spent a lot of time sailing over the years. Also, I grew up on Long Island and learned quite a bit about hurricanes called typhoons in the Western Pacific. Best of wishes, Edward Packard.
Aw.
What
So
a great
we
guy.
were right. He is a sailor. Coasties. I told you, they all love sailing.
Right, so...
sailing, take me away.
So I'm going to just kind of try to keep that relationship going and see if he has any other kind of little tidbits like this, because I think his life is just so interesting.
Yeah.
I think he's so underrated.
You work on that one. I'm going to work on getting R.L. Stine to be my second grandpa.
So yeah, let's look forward to, hopefully to more kind of Packard tidbits like that. I think let's wrap. We're running a little long. Let's wrap up this episode. So yeah.
Well, remember, I had about 6 minutes of just absolute dookie in the beginning of this.
I know.
So
make sure that you subscribe on the podcatcher of your choice so you can stay on top of other episodes. If you could like us on iTunes and give us a 5-star rating and a review, that really, really helps other people find the show. Even if you're using a different podcatcher, if you could go on iTunes and give us a 5-star, it helps on basically every platform we found out.
it's true. And it also helps us feel better.
Yes, because we love reading the reviews.
Yeah.
And make sure that you follow us on Instagram because Abby posts photos.
When I feel like it.
Yeah, that's fine. But I think there's going to be a picture of me.
With the horse.
With the horse. And I think there's going to be a picture of Abby with the helmet.
And Ian, the guy who tried to bribe us with beer and money. And let me tell you, not my type.
Well. He had tattoos, though.
Yeah.
And he had a beard.
Yeah, usually that would do it for me. Usually that would do it for me. But nope.
Well, I think that will call it for the day. So my name's Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby. I'm also a librarian.
This has been Choose Your Own Book Club. Thanks for choosing us today, everybody. We'll see you next time.